Hello students, welcome to another episode of Mastery in Commerce. We are continuing with the same chapter, recording of transactions part 1. This is the third episode. I am going very slowly and gradually with the topic so that each concept is clear to you. You are aware of why and what we are doing to solve the accounting equation. Last class, let's have a quick recap of the last class. In the last class I told you about the concept of balance sheet, in which assets are always equal to liabilities and capital. So the same concept we are taking into account while preparing accounting equation. It should be clear to you that what is an accounting equation. Accounting equation lies in the, like in math you have equations, right, where you have learned so many equations to solve the problem. Same way in accounts also we have the concept of accounting equation, and that equation is assets are equal to liabilities and capital. Now there are further segregations, means these are the two sides of the balance sheet, and you know balance sheet is always equal. Balance sheet means it is the balance of assets and liabilities. If a business is running smoothly, it means the balance sheet should be equal on both left hand side and right hand side. You remember this concept you did in your math, that left hand side should always be equal to right hand side. So we have to see if it is not coming equal, it means we have forgotten to record something or some of the data is missing. So this concept, keeping into consideration, I will be proceeding with illustration 1. I request all of you to please open page number 57 where illustration 1 starts, and I am rubbing this all extra things, only the topic is written. Illustration 1, how it is done, you have to please do with me so that accounting equation is not a difficult topic for you. It is quite simple if you understand the concept behind it, that why we are doing it. Now, analyze the effect of each transaction on assets and liabilities and show that the both sides of accounting equation remains equal. So if day-to-day processing, day-to-day transactions are going on, then how it affects our accounting equation. So first of all, let us write assets is equal to, I am keeping this much space because few more things will keep on adding. This is the accounting equation. With this we start, right? So the first thing which is given to is introduced 8 lakh as cash and 50,000 by stock. So under assets we have cash plus stock, and I will tell you over here only the other name of stock is inventory. So if in your book or somewhere inventory is written, it is the other name of stock. Don't get confused. Okay, so right now I'm not writing it because it is quite big and I don't have that much space to keep both the names, but stock and inventory are the same things. This you have to learn. So when cash is brought, it is 8 lakh. And how much is the stock? It is 50,000. Now whatever is brought into business is also the capital. I told you, if I am a owner of the business, I plan to start my business, whatever things I am bringing, that will be, whatever I am bringing with me, the cash or goods, that will be capital. So total of these both will be capital. 8 lakh 50,000. So at the end you have to draw this line and you have to write the total as 8 lakh 50,000 left hand side and 8 lakh 50,000 right hand side. Right now under liabilities nothing is there. You can leave it blank, right? So this is the first transaction. Now the second transaction says purchased plant for 3 lakh by paying 15,000 in cash and balance at a later date. See, whatever this statement, first of all understand what is the thing purchased. Plant is purchased. So now what is going to add over here? How much is the amount of plant? Because plant is our asset. 3 lakh I have written here, right? Now by paying 15,000 in cash means, if cash is 8 lakh 50,000, then how much I have paid? Sorry, cash is 8 lakh. How much I have paid out of this? 15,000. So I have to subtract 15,000 from it, and it comes to 7 lakh 85,000. 7 lakh 85,000, and stock will remain the same. I hope it is clear. We will copy the same amount over here, 50,000. Okay, so 3 things are added now: 7 lakh 85,000 plus 50,000 plus 3 lakh. This you can put in bracket. This I have written to make you understand. You can write it in bracket so that during the exams your teacher is also aware that from where this amount you have got. Now if I have paid in cash the rest of the amount, 3 lakh minus 15,000, what it is for me? 3 lakh minus 15,000. So this amount I have still not paid. So what it is for me? It is a liability for me, right? So now after the total of this first, what will come now? I have added 2 lakh 85,000 plus 8 lakh 50,000. So this again, this I will write. You can write this also in bracket. 3 lakh minus 15,000. So this much amount I have to still pay, right? So now let us see, is our total coming equal? LHS is equal to RHS or not? You can again write capital over here, 8 lakh 50,000. So now the amounts which we have after second transaction is 7 lakh 85,000 plus 50,000 plus 3 lakh. This side we have 2 lakh 85,000 and 8 lakh 50,000. So we get the total as 11 lakh 35,000 is equal to 11 lakh 35,000. I hope till here it is clear to everyone. The two transactions which we have done till now. Now the third transaction says deposited 6 lakh into the bank. So depositing 6 lakh into the bank means I have taken out money from my cash and I have deposited in my bank. So it affects our cash. How much cash I have? 7 lakh 85,000. So what I will do? How much cash I have taken out? 6 lakh. So how much is left with me? 1 lakh 85,000. Stock is not affected, so I will copy stock as same. Then plant is not affected, I will copy plant as 3 lakh. Now what is added? Bank. Because bank is also my asset. I am taking out money from my wallet and I am putting in the bank. So it is also my asset, only money is still staying with me, right? So in the bank we will add 6 lakh. So are you getting it? From one place we have subtracted and other place in asset side. So this kind of entry where cash and bank are affected on the same asset side is called as contra entry. Okay, this contra entry you will be doing again when you will be doing the journal entry, the next step that we will do again. But this you should know, when cash and bank are affected together, they are called as contra entry. This concept we will be visiting again later. So now liabilities and capital are not affected. Liability is 2 lakh 85,000 and capital is 8,50,000. It remains the same. Now we will check the total of both the sides. Till here we have the amounts 1,85,000 plus 50,000 plus 3 lakh. I'll put plus over here so that no confusion is there. Plus 6 lakh. So it comes to 11 lakh. Same amount will come because one side we are deducting it and other side we have added. So it remains the same. I hope till here it is clear to everyone. I am not running too fast. Yes. So the total remains the same. Now we come to the next part, the next transaction. This concept will remain if you understand it stepwise and you try to understand that whatever we are doing, we have to keep left hand side is equal to right hand side, and always a transaction has double effect, right? So next thing which is told to us in fourth transaction is purchased office furniture for 1 lakh and made payment by check. Now one more thing will be added. First of all, let us carefully copy. Cash we have 1,85,000 plus we have stock. Stock is 50,000 plus we have plant which is 3 lakh. Then we have bank. Now bank is affected, right? We have purchased office furniture and the furniture is costing 1 lakh which we have made by payment by check. So whenever payment is made by check, we have to deduct it from bank. So bank is 6 lakh. So from 6 lakh I have to deduct 1 lakh for furniture. This has to be subtracted. So bank will become how much? 5 lakh, right? Now along with bank one more thing is purchased, that is furniture. So furniture is added in asset side which is 1 lakh. Are you noticing it? So this transaction, how it is affected? From one side 1 lakh is deducted and one more asset is added, that is 1 lakh, right? Now liabilities and capital remain the same. 2,85,000 plus capital which is 8,50,000. Putting commas will always be better. How you learned in your maths, it will help you to understand that you have put the zeros properly. There should be no mistake, right? So again let us check our amounts. 1,85,000 plus 50,000 plus 3 lakh plus 5 lakh plus 1 lakh. Then on that side we have 2,85,000 plus 8,50,000. So the total again comes to 11,35,000. We are talking in lakhs, so be careful with the amount which you are writing. Now we move on to the next part. This I am rubbing because all the things we have already recorded in the fourth transaction. Next we have this furniture one was the fourth one. You can keep on writing the number also so that correction becomes easy. Fifth, purchase goods worth rupees 80,000 for cash and for 35,000 in credit. Now when goods are purchased for cash means I have increased my goods but I have decreased my cash. So over here what thing will be affected? Cash. So from cash 1,85,000, how much I have paid? 80,000 are paid. So out of this 80,000 should be deducted. So how much is left with me? 105,000 plus stock is also affected, right? Stock was how much? 50,000 with me. Now I have purchased goods for 80,000. So not only 80,000, I have purchased for 80,000 plus 35,000. Okay, so it will become 1,15,000. So actually in this 50,000, 1,15,000 should be added. Whether it is cash or credit, we have to take the total, because that much cash or credit, that we will see our liability is increasing or our cash is decreasing. Okay, so 1,15,000 when added to 50,000, it comes to 1,65,000. Right? So cash and credit, whatever it is given to us, we will add in stock. Now next of the things, plant and machinery. Plant is same, 3 lakh. Then bank is not affected, so it will also remain the same. Furniture also remains 1 lakh. Now over here, now one thing we have to keep in mind, whenever credit we are purchasing, it means it has to be added to the liabilities. So liabilities will be affecting 2,85,000 plus 35,000. 2,85,000 plus 35,000, it becomes 3,20,000 plus capital is 8,50,000. It remains the same. So my liability has increased because of this credit purchase, right? Now the total of both sides will come as 11,70,000. I hope till here I am going very slowly. I am making you understand how each thing is affected. This transaction has 3 effects. First, with cash, I have given cash of 80,000 to get the goods. So it will be subtracted because I am paying cash. Goods are purchased on cash or credit, whatever it is, but our stock is increasing. So in stock, I will add cash or credit total 1,15,000 to 50,000. Other things are not affected. We will copy them same. Now when I am buying in credit, so it means I have to pay later. So it is my liability to pay. So 35,000, whatever was the credit amount given to us, that we have added in the liability. I hope till here it is clear to everyone. Okay. Now we come to the sixth part. The sixth part says goods amounting to 45,000 were sold for 60,000 on cash basis. So when goods of 45,000 are sold for 60,000, 60,000 is my SP. Cost of the goods was 45,000. So what I have earned, it is quite clear, right? When I am selling at the higher price, I am earning profit. This you did in your math, right? Same logic applies. 0, 0, 0, 5. So I have earned profit of 15,000. Don't forget it. Always profit is added to capital and loss is subtracted from capital. This you have to keep in mind. Okay. Now next thing, goods costing 80,000, goods amounting to 45,000 was sold for 60,000. So 45,000 of goods are sold, so we have to deduct them from this amount, right? Because goods have gone. And we have, when you sell something you get cash, right? So we have got the cash of 60,000, so it should be added in cash. Clear? And profit will go where? It will be added in capital. This step is very important. This is 3 effect, right? This equation is affected on 3 places, so you have to keep this in mind. Now cash was how much? 105,000. Now in this we have sold the goods for 60,000, so we will add 60,000. So after you add 60,000, it becomes 1,65,000. And stock, how the stock is affected? stock is affected. 1,65,000 cash was this stock was there, and we have sold it for 45,000 of it has gone. So how much is left with us? 1,20,000 when you subtract it. Okay, these two things are subtracted. Other things will remain the same. Now liability also remains the same because we have no liability to pay in the later date. Liability amount was 3,20,000, and capital we will be adding the profit 8,50,000. And how much was the profit? 15,000. I hope it is clear to everyone. We are adding it because later the profit will be using in the business only, right? So same profit will be used. So it is 8,65,000, right? So when we total all these numbers, all these amounts, we get as 11,85,000. This. I hope till here is clear to everyone what we are doing in the question. I want you all to do along with me so that it becomes easy. It is not a difficult concept to understand from where the amount is coming and where the amount is going. Accounts is all the game of figures. You are playing with the money. You have to decide in which account, which part of money has to go. Right? Now we move on to the seventh transaction. Goods costing 80,000 was sold for 1,25,000 on credit. So when I am selling to other person on credit, then I am increasing my debtor. Debtor is the person who will pay me the money on a later date. Okay. I leave the last one so that it becomes easy for us to copy. So now what we will do, when we have sold the goods of 80,000, so cash is not affected because credit, it is on credit. That person will pay me the money later. Now from goods I have to deduct that much amount, right? So my cash will not be affected. Cash will remain the same. This is my seventh transaction. Cash will remain the same as 1 lakh, don't get confused, 1,65,000 plus stock will be affected. How much stock I had? 1,20,000. Again I have sold for goods costing 80,000, right? So 80,000 of it is sold. So minus 80,000. 1,20,000 minus 80,000, it comes to 40,000. Other things are not affected. Land we will write again the same amount. Copy the amounts carefully, please. In this also we are having the profit. I hope everyone has observed. We are again earning profit. Less amount of goods were sold for higher amount, right? Plus now what is added? Debtor. How much amount of debtor? 1,25,000. And how much is the profit I am getting? How much is the profit? Can anyone tell me? This is my SP. What was my cost? CP. 12 minus 8 is, so how much profit I have earned? Of 45,000. So liability remains the same, 3,20,000. Again my capital will be affected. In capital I will add capital was 8,65,000. I will add in it my profit of 45,000. Is it clear to everyone? When you add this, it comes to 9,10,000. Okay, this SPCP very basic of your money calculations. That is why please remember it. Don't forget. If a lower amount of goods are sold at higher amount, it is profit. If the amount of good is more and it is sold at a lower price, it is loss. Okay, so now we have, let us see, check our amounts. 1,65,000 plus 40,000 plus 3 lakh plus 5 lakh plus 1 lakh plus 1,25,000 is equal to 3,20,000 plus 9,10,000. So it comes to 12,30,000. This. So the amount has come. Total is again the same. Let us come to the 8th transaction. Check issued to the supplier of goods worth rupees 35,000. Means I had a supplier who gave me goods and I have paid 35,000. Means my liabilities are increasing and I am paying by check. So my bank is decreasing because I am paying it out. So this transaction will have minus effect on both the transactions. So cash remains the same. Stock remains the same. Plant remains the same. Now I am paying by check. So what will happen? I am paying 45,000. So 5 lakh. I am paying 35,000. 35,000 minus 35,000. So the amount I get is 4,65,000. Furniture will remain the same, not affected. Now my liability is decreasing because I have paid the money to the person. So what it will come? 3,20,000 minus 35,000. Okay, so my amount will decrease to 2,85,000. And capital will remain the same, not affected. So from both the sides 35,000 is deducted. When we will deduct 35,000 from both the sides, so the total comes to 11,95,000. Now last two transactions are left. I am going very slowly. Please do along with me so that this concept is not difficult for you. It is very easy and interesting. Most of the things we are copying only from the previous transaction. So it is not that much difficult if you just understand the logic behind it. Right? So we have now 9th transaction. 9th transaction is check received from customer amounting to 75,000. Now when check I am receiving means my debtor has paid me amount, right? So what it will have? When my debtor is paying me amount, it means my debtor will reduce and my bank will increase. Cash will remain the same. Stock will remain the same. Plant will remain the same. Then bank, because I am receiving through cash, so 4,65,000. I am receiving by check. So 4,65,000 plus 75,000. I hope 75,000 is the amount. So it becomes 5,40,000. Other things remain the same, which are not affected. We are not going to touch them. Please remember this. Now debtor has paid me, so I have to deduct from debtor 1,25,000 minus it was 75,000. My debtor has made me the payment. Liability plus capital will remain the same. So after I subtract 1,25,000, 75,000, I get 50,000. So let us check all of our amounts whether they are correct or not. All our amounts, it is 1,65,000 plus 40,000 plus 3 lakh plus 5,40,000 plus 1 lakh plus 50,000 is equal to 2,85,000 plus 9,10,000. So it is 11,95,000. Again, it has no effect. Why? Because on the same side, I have subtracted from one place and added to another place. Here we come to our last transaction. That is withdrawn by owner for personal use, 25,000. When a owner is withdrawing for personal use, it means from cash I will be deducting and I will be adding it to capital, right? So when I am purchasing I am withdrawing something, then my cash is reduced because I am taking it for my personal use, and taking for personal use means it is my drawings. In terms of accounts, we say it as drawings. Okay, so let us go to the last transaction. This, I hope till here everything is clear to everyone. You are not getting confused. If you are getting confused with any part, please put in the comment section. I will revisit the topic. I will explain you again. Because it is a new subject for you, there might be places you are getting confused. When for the it is taking for the being taken by for the personal use, then cash will be decreased and capital will also be decreased. So cash is 1,65,000 minus how much is other drawings taken by the investor? It is 25,000. So from this, when I am subtracting, it comes to 1,40,000 plus other things will remain the same. Land 3 lakh plus bank 5,40,000 plus furniture, it comes to 1 lakh plus debtor, it comes to 50,000. Then liability 2,85,000. Now whatever I brought in business, I am taking it for my personal use. So when I am taking it for my personal use, it means it should be deducted from my capital also, because capital is my investment, right? So 9,10,000 minus 25,000, right? So when we deduct it, it comes to 8,85,000. So all this when we add, let us check the amounts. 1,40,000 plus 40,000 plus 3 lakh plus 5,40,000 plus 1 lakh plus 50,000 is equal to 2,85,000 plus 8,85,000. So it comes to 11,95,000 is equal to 11,95,000. So I have tried to simplify this whole illustration which is given to you, and I am going to follow the same method of explaining each question. There are unsolved questions, and you can please try solving them, which are given at the end of the chapter. Plus I will be uploading the solutions of all those questions in the same way I will solve. With me, you can keep a notebook and pen and keep on solving those questions so that these equations are not difficult. I have seen children struggling with these equations. They are not at all difficult. They make the concept interesting. Once you start analyzing the transactions, they become easy for you and you enjoy them. Do this subject enjoying it. It is very easy and has a very good logic of how the money is coming and how the money is going, right? It's just a game of money. I hope you are liking my videos. I request you to please like, share and subscribe my channel. It motivates me to work hard and find the ways to make the concepts easy for my students. We will meet again in yet another episode in which I will be giving you the answer key of the unsolved question. I know you can get them all everywhere in Google. All the answer keys will be there. But if you are not understanding them, just copying from Google is not going to help you. So please put your pen and notebook with you, and with me keep on solving those questions so that you have the clear idea of how it is going. Thank you for watching, and please I request you to subscribe my channel and like the video. We'll meet in another episode. Bye.